major embarrassment to Rishi Sunak's Tories. A senior MP has admitted his involvement in a honey-trap sexting scandal targeting a minister and fellow MPs. At least 12 men working in and around the UK Parliament have been targeted as part of the scandal. They've received unsolicited texts and naked pictures on WhatsApp. William Ragg, chairman of a Common Select Committee, has now admitted that he handed over the personal phone numbers of colleagues to a man he met on Grindr, a gay dating app. Speaking to The Times, the 36-year-old Ragg said he provided the details after sending intimate pictures of himself to the user. The Common Select Committee chairman claimed he was scared that the man had compromising things on him. Ragg has since apologised and he's said he's hurt people by being weak. The colleagues he shared the numbers of were sent unsolicited, flirtatious messages from users calling themselves Charlie or Abby. The targets reportedly include 3 MPs, including a minister, 2 political journalists, a television presenter, and employees of political parties. Most of them blocked the sender. However, as per reports, 2 MPs responded by sending explicit images of themselves. The scandal has now raised concerns over the heightened vulnerability of UK MPs to cyber attacks. The case has now become the bedrock of an investigation by the Leicestershire Police. They're looking at it as a sphere phishing case, and phishing is a term used to describe a targeted cyber attack on one or more victims to get them to reveal confidential information. Ragg became an MP for the Greater Manchester constituency of Hazel Grove in 2015. In 2022, he announced he would not be running at the next election. Well, for more on this, we're joined by our correspondent Stuart Smith from London. Stuart, another example of sleaze in British politics. Just give us your assessment on how damaging this could be for Rishi Sunak's Conservatives and also the wider Parliament in general.
Well, William Ragg has apologised and come clean about the situation. He says that he was scared that whoever was behind this spear phishing attack, the dating profile, had compromising things on him. And he said he's hurt people by being weak and he's mortified and very sorry. But he is a senior Conservative Party figure, and therefore those within even his own party are suggesting he should resign, having compromised the safety and data of fellow colleagues within his own party and also outside it. As to what Rishi Sunak will do, well, first of all, he's most likely to believe that it's better to try again to let this blow over. But if this were an isolated incident, that might be easier. What is concerning lawmakers is this is an attempt by potentially a foreign state to gain compromising details and compromising compromat on British lawmakers. And if it is, that will turn this into a much bigger deal. It wasn't just William Ragg that was targeted. As you said, there were other important people in Westminster, lawmakers as well as staffers, and at least one member of Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee does believe it was the work of foreign intelligence. Now, the government says there's no evidence to suggest that's not the case, but this is by no means the last word, and there will be an investigation both by, as you said, Leicestershire Police, but also the Met Police here in London and Parliament's very own security team, as lawmakers are warned to be very careful to exactly this kind of threat.
And of course, Stuart, if Ragg was to stand down or to be sacked, then it would potentially put Rishi Sunak in another position of having to face yet another by-election, which could be damaging when regards to the general election coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And the by-elections so far have been going very poorly for the Conservative Party, held in a climate where there is almost record low support for the Conservative Party, and that's reflected in those by-elections. So that would be something he would be incredibly keen to avoid, which does also mean that even if perhaps in normal circumstances such a senior Conservative figure would resign, there will be serious political ramifications in doing so, which would mean the only continuation of that narrative of the Conservative Party potentially losing another by-election. So at the moment it doesn't seem he will resign. He's not indicated he wants to. The party hasn't suggested that he should, but it is a serious matter potentially with those links to foreign intelligence. And as far as the Conservative Party's status goes when it comes to polling. There is some hope in the Tory party that the implementation of in effect, an income tax cut will be implemented this month, and that will boost Conservative polling party figures. But when a similar cut was made last year, the national insurance contribution, as it's known, it produced no record changes to Conservative Party polling, so it may have no difference once again.
It'll be fascinating to see how it all plays out. Stuart Smith, our correspondent, joining us from London. Many thanks.